Super Chicken. Champion of the weak, protector of the poor, uplifter of the downtrodden. Super Chicken, as you know, is in reality wealthy, mild-mannered play chicken Hunt Strongbird Jr., who, when disguised as Super Chicken, is the greatest swashbuckler of the age. Faster than a speeding pullet. Able to leap tall chicken coops in a single bound. More powerful than the 515 out of Dallas. It's Super Chicken, living example of his motto, the weak shall protect the strong. Our story starts today on the world's largest chicken ranch, owned and operated by chicken tycoon Eggs Benedict. Eggs Benedict ate with the chickens. He slept with the chickens. Day after day, he was never out of reach of those chickens. Then one afternoon, it happened. Eggs Benedict got chicken fatigue. Eggs had turned anti-chicken, and he made no bones about it. And of course, in his mad scheme to get even with all chicken kind, his thoughts turned to the head chicken. And so in the penthouse apartment of wealthy play chicken Hunt Strongbird Jr.
Hello?
Hello, Super Chicken.
Super Chicken? Just a moment, please. Hello?
This is Eggs Benedict, and I'm out to get you. This is your last warning.
This looks like a job for Super Chicken.
Super Chicken,
What is it, Fred?
you just locked yourself in the bathroom.
Oh, fiddle faddle.
Meanwhile, Eggs Benedict, having devised a perfect plan to get Super Chicken, went to the bank on business.
Can you loan me $2 million till Friday?
No.
In that case, this is a stick-up.
But Super Chicken's super brain had warned him this might happen, and...
Drop that gun, you rogue. I have you apprehended.
Eggs was sentenced to 10 years in the state pen, but he didn't mind. It was all part of his plan.
Sort of a sacrifice play.
When the 10 years were up, Eggs put part 2 of his plan into effect. This time he was smuggling dogs into the country.
Okay, this is it. Everybody out.
But Super Chicken, a master of disguise, caught him red-handed.
Dog smuggling has been against the law since 1928, fella.
Eggs got another 15 years. His plan was working beautifully. For due to the fact that he was able to capture Eggs so easily, Super Chicken began to develop a super ego.
Hunt, in reality, Super Chicken, you are the greatest. Super Chicken, baby, I love you.
So when Eggs was released again, he began to put the final phase of his plan into effect.
Hello?
This is Eggs Benedict, and I'm gonna rob the United States Mint. Goodbye.
That is definitely illegal. This looks like a job for Super Chicken. Close your eyes, Fred.
Okay. Super Chicken! Where's Hunt?
No time to explain now. Charge.
Racing across Arizona, Wisconsin, and South Carolina, Super Chicken made it to the Denver Mint just in time.
So, you caught me again, Super Chicken.
I did?
Here, you hold the money. I'll get the cop.
Now, what's all this about somebody robbing the mint?
It's true, officer.
Who did it?
He did.
The trap was sprung, and it looked bad for the overconfident chicken. His only chance was to throw his super brain into high gear. And in less than 10 minutes, he had the answer.
Wait. I am innocent, and I can prove it. Close your eyes.
Oh!
Why, it's wealthy play chicken Hunt Strongbird Jr.
Right. And I own the mint. How can I be guilty of stealing what's mine to begin with?
Yep, you're innocent, all right.
Wait a minute. What happened to Super Chicken?
No time to explain now. Officer, arrest that man for false arrest.
Eggs Benedict was found guilty and sent back to prison.
But I'll be out of here in 99 years, and then I'll spend the rest of my life getting Super Chicken.
But till that day, the mighty chicken is free as a bird to carry on his fight against evil. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's Super Chicken.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
This is the mountain hideout of the Zipper, fastest criminal known to man. There he is now. Let's follow him. Whoops, we lost him. Oh, there he is in his laboratory.
And this is my latest evil creation, a bomb powerful enough to blow up the world. Observe.
That's it?
Don't be silly, that's just a model. This is the real thing. One pull of this switch and boom! Goodbye, Charlie, the world.
Little does the Zipper know that the whole scene is appearing on nationwide television.
Can't a master criminal have any privacy anymore?
The news spread like peanut butter. The Zipper is loose!
The Zipper is loose.
He's going to blow up the world.
There is nothing more dangerous than a loose zipper.
Panic filled the streets. Our scene now shifts to the Pittsburgh penthouse of Henry Cabot Henhouse III, better known as Super Chicken.
Did you hear the news, Fred?
Yes, somebody lost a zipper.
That's Zipper, and he's loose. This looks like a job for Super Chicken.
Hot diggy.
You get the super sauce, and I'll change into my super suit.
Roger Wilcox. Ready? I guess not.
Now, Fred, the super sauce.
Do you want to be super for half hour or an hour?
An hour.
Right.
Not bad. That'll give me a 15-minute dividend.
And within seconds, the way below average, mild-mannered Henry Cabot Henhouse III was transformed into a way above average Super Chicken. The fearless fowl took to the air to find the Zipper.
Look up in the sky. It's a seagull.
It's a turkey. It's me and Super Chicken.
Quiet, Fred. I was hoping the Zipper would think we were a turkey.
So Super Turkey is out to stop me, is he? I'll put a stop to that. I'll get him first.
The deadly game began. Super Chicken hunting the Zipper, and the Zipper hunting Super Chicken. But though they searched for 3 hours, they couldn't find each other.
Curses! I'll have to set a trap for the dumb clown.
Making a straw-filled dummy that looked only vaguely like himself, the Zipper put a bomb inside it and set it up on the corner of 4th and Main.
It's a dummy of the Zipper.
Hey, what do you know? A dummy of the zipper.
Look, Mommy, a dummy of the Zipper.
Aha! It's the Zipper!
Easy, Super Chicken. You're knocking the straw out of him.
All criminals go to pieces when you finally run them down, Fred.
But he's not run down. He's still ticking.
So he is. You know something, Fred? That wasn't the real Zipper. It was a booby trap.
Yeah, and it trapped up.
Who can play at that game?
Well, you two play then.
Super Chicken quickly made a dummy of himself, in which he placed a bomb.
What's more, I'll stay right here to make sure nothing goes wrong.
But the Zipper was late, and at exactly 4:15...
That clever devil. Now, how does one track an elusive Zipper?
By his zip code?
That's it.
But I was just making a funny, Super Chicken.
Meanwhile, the Zipper was seconds away from blowing up the world. But suddenly above his hideout...
There's the Zipper zip code. 91042. Hang on, Fred. We'll ram the door.
But I was just making a funny.
Maybe we should knock first.
Entering, Super Chicken and Fred found themselves in a large stone dungeon.
Look, there's the Zipper's laboratory.
2 inches of water covered the floor.
He thinks the water will short-circuit my super electric volt charge, but I'm wearing my rubber-webbed chicken boots. Watch this. Sorry about that, Fred.
The next lightning bolt missed both Fred and the door, blowing a hole in the wall. That was a mistake, for through that hole came 6 100-pound gorillas bounding into the room.
Hold it. Not 6 100-pound gorillas. That's 1 600-pound gorilla.
Oh, sorry about that, Zipper.
Stand back, Fred. I'll subdue him with my super body.
Maybe you better use your super brain instead.
Okay, Fred. Find a violin and play it.
The mighty bird had lucked out again. Fascinated by the music, the huge beast dropped everything.
Keep playing, Fred. This is my chance to get the zipper.
Time's up. Super Chicken has failed. Goodbye, world.
No, you don't, Zipper.
The fearless chicken launched himself headfirst at the Zipper, who zipped away just in time.
You missed.
Super Chicken never misses. If everybody used his head as much as I do, there'd be a lot less sick leave.
The job completed, Super Chicken and Fred headed for home.
Well, we've seen the end of the zipper, Fred.
Yeah.
So stop that awful racket.
Okay.
Play, Fred, play!
So when you hear that cry in the sky with violin obligato, you'll know it's Super Chicken.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
It all began with an airplane flight in the eastern United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seat belts. We are about to land at Providence, Rhode Island.
Chauncey, are you sure that's Providence?
What's it look like?
Looks to me like there's nothing there.
That's Providence, all right. Set her down, Edgar.
But it wasn't Providence after all.
Chauncey, we're in the middle of the ocean.
I've heard of airports being way out of town, but this is ridiculous.
At that moment on his way to Newport, Rhode Island, to blow the first flugelhorn riff at the annual jazz festival, was millionaire playboy Henry Cabot Henhouse III.
Known to almost nobody as Super Chicken.
With him, his faithful companion, Fred.
Known to almost nobody, period.
Why are we stopping, Fred?
There's no place to go in Rhode Island.
Oh, come now. Rhode Island may be a bit provincial, but good heavens, you're right. Rhode Island is missing. It's gone. We must give the alarm.
Within seconds, the entire Massapequa party line was buzzing with the news. That, of course, meant the whole nation knew about it in an hour.
Rhode Island is missing.
Plumb gone. Nothing but salt water from Woonsocket to Watch Hill.
The White House has just received a telegram which reads as follows. Deposit $83 jillion in the old oak tree by the crossroads, or you will never see Rhode Island again. Signed, Appian Way.
Appian Way?
You know him?
We were classmates at Harvard College of Watch Repair. Tick-tock tech, we called it. There's his picture. Appian Way is the black sheep son of a fine old Rhode Island family, the Ways of Providence.
I've heard of them. But if he was born rich, why did he become a thief?
To stay rich.
Oh.
An old school chum gone wrong, Fred. That means...
This is a job for Super Chicken, right?
Mix the super sauce while I slip into something less comfortable.
Right.
In a flash, Fred was back with a container of Super Chicken's potent potion.
Ready, Super Chicken?
Fred, is my cape back from the cleaners?
Hanging next to the plumed hat.
Oh, yes. Let's have it, Fred. Little too much cinnamon, Fred, and...
Once more, the puissant liquid worked its amazing transformation. and mild-mannered Henry Cabot Henhouse III became Super Chicken.
Quick, Fred, to the super coop.
Within seconds, the fabulous Super Coop had taken to the air, while New England residents from Moose up to Mattawamkeag thrilled to that cry in the sky.
That's where Rhode Island used to be, Fred.
Sure makes a nice-looking bay, doesn't it?
Any sign of the state itself?
Not a thing. Just a big gray cloud down near the water.
I shall use my super radar lenses to see right through that cloud. Aha!
What?
I'm going to have to get these glasses fixed.
Well, what about the cloud?
No cloud that, Fred. That's a blanket of smog. And under it...
Rhode Island.
Hang on.
Look, an enormous yacht.
Yes, and it's towing Rhode Island out to sea.
Super Chicken Super Brain had struck to the heart of the matter again. For on the bridge of that yacht was the renegade rich man, Appian Way.
All right, men. Open fire.
Fear not, Fred. Rhode Islanders are notoriously poor shots.
What happened?
That fiend must have sneaked in somebody from Massachusetts.
Well, I guess that's the end of Super Chicken.
But at that moment, the plucky fowl Super Cape billowed out over his head like a giant canopy, and our two heroes wafted gently downward.
When that chicken lands, fricassee him.
Restrain your henchman, Appian Way. I claim the right of single combat with you.
Single combat? Nonsense.
You can't refuse me, for I, too, am an old tick-tock-tech boy.
Impossible.
It's true. Listen. Time to chime our alma mater for the mainspring of all schools. Tick-tock-tech, great educator. Shock-proof, knock-proof, 17 joules.
Rah! Oh, you found my soft spot, Super Chicken. Single combat, it is.
Now I have him, Fred. My super weapon is made of the world's finest steel.
But so is his, and it's a 200-ton tank.
Bye-bye, Birdie.
Tremble, you malefactor. It is Super Chicken you face. It is Super Chicken you approach. It is Super Chicken you have just run over.
Super Chicken.
Just a flesh wound, Fred. Where's Appian Way?
Just down the hill there.
Down the hill?
Yes, down the hill. For Appian Way hadn't figured on the effect of all that weight on one end of the boat. And as our friends watched in amazement, the yacht's bow tilted slowly upward, and the whole kit and caboodle sank to the bottom without a trace.
Well, that takes care of Appian Way. Now to return Rhode Island.
How?
You forget my superpowers, Fred. I merely turn my tail feathers into a propeller, spin it, and just push them.
Gee, Super Chicken. Oh, well.
So that's how Rhode Island was finally returned.
Yeah, it was Rhode.
And remember, when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know that Super Chicken still hasn't figured out how to land.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
Our story opens aboard Receding Airlines Flight 17 from Dodge City to Denver.
All right, everybody, reach. This here's a stick-up.
Arthur, dear, the movie's on.
Movie?
Another Western?
I ain't no movie, mister.
Then you are the ugliest stewardess I ever saw. And almost the meanest.
Now put all your valuables in this here hat.
The plane robber passed along the aisle collecting money, watches, rings, and after-dinner mints. And when he was through...
Now keep them seatbelts fastened till I'm gone, you hear me? Geronimo!
The masked man. He's going away and we didn't even get his name.
Do you suppose it was you-know-who?
No, it warn't. Hiccup's the name. Wild Ralph Hiccup.
The daring bandit had planned his getaway jump with pinpoint accuracy.
I think you ought to know, Hoss. I don't take kindly to that.
On flight after flight, Wild Ralph Hiccup struck again.
Sit still or I'm gonna shoot somebody. Maybe me. Geronimo! One of these days, Hoss, you and me's gonna have a little talk.
News of the robberies finally reached Miami, vacation playground of Henry Cabot Henhouse III, better known as Super Chicken.
Look at this, Super Chicken.
Please, Fred, when I'm not on the sauce, call me
Henry.
Mr. Henhouse.
Mr. Henhouse? Boy, you sure know how to hurt a guy.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred. Wild Ralph Hiccup is robbing planes again. This looks like a job for
Mr. Henhouse.
Fred.
Oh, all right. For Super Chicken.
Right. You get the sand pail and the rubber ducky, and I'll change in the cabana.
Here's the super sauce. What's the matter?
Got sand in it, Fred, and...
The super sauce took effect, and the mild-mannered fowl was changed into Super Chicken.
Come on, Fred. We've got to catch a plane.
Roger Wilcox.
Disguised as Super Chicken and Fred, Super Chicken and Fred flew back and forth from Miami to Cedar Rapids for 4 straight days.
And I've got enough tickets for 26 more trips, too.
How come we're clear back in the economy section, Super Chicken?
Just be glad we have seats, Fred.
How come?
Did you ever try to book space for a chicken and a lion?
Then at that moment...
All right, folksies. Just put your valuables in the hat.
I wonder why.
Probably for safekeeping, Fred. They can't be too careful with all those robberies going on.
Now, don't nobody follow me or I'm gonna shoot. Or my name ain't Wild Ralph Hiccup.
Wild Ralph Hiccup? We've been robbed.
Don't make a scene, Fred. Things are embarrassing enough. After him. Better give up, Ralph. We've got you cornered.
Super Chicken. You'll never get me.
Stop that. Somebody could get hurt.
Which reminds me, how do we keep from getting hurt when we hit the ground?
Well, I used my super brain, Fred.
Yes?
I brought a parachute.
Just one?
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
I know. I thought you were going to speak to him about that. He's getting away.
No, he's not. Get on my back, Fred. There's not a horse alive that can outrun Super Chicken.
Whoa, now, easy, big fella. Well, what are you waiting for?
You're supposed to say giddy-up.
Sorry, giddy-up.
And the mighty chicken streaked across the plains.
Hi-yo, Chicken! Away!
We can corner him on the cliff.
Sure enough, Wild Ralph Hiccup was trapped at the edge of Breakneck Cliff.
Super Chicken, why didn't you stop?
You didn't say whoa.
All right. Whoa, whoa.
It's a little late now, Fred.
Quickly picking up the trail again, Super Chicken tracked Wild Ralph Hiccup to the little western town of Soapwater.
The chicken says he'll meet you in the street at high noon.
Well, then he's a goner because I'm the fastest gun in the West.
No kidding.
I'll show you. Just keep your eye on this coin.
Ooh!
Let that be a lesson to you. Never trust a man who throws money around.
It was now high noon, and the fastest gun in the West went out to meet the fastest chicken in Pittsburgh. Tension filled the air like peanut brittle. Then Wild Ralph made his play.
I'll tell you what. I'll flip a coin to see who draws first.
No, let me flip Fred instead.
And while the amazed bandit watched Fred flip, Super Chicken drew back his super fist.
Heads! I win!
Wild Ralph was knocked across the street and into a handy jail cell.
But Super Chicken, I didn't even see you hit him.
That was my super punch, Fred. It travels too fast for the eye to follow. Took you by surprise, didn't it, Ralph?
Surprise? You could have knocked me down with a feather.
I did.
And now we go home, right, Cassius? Super Chicken?
No, Fred. I still have 26 more tickets from Miami to Cedar Rapids. We can't let them go to waste.
Oh, boy.
Once again, the nation's airways have been made safe for democracy. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know Super Chicken has 3 more trips to go.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
Within this museum, protected day and night by armed guards, is a remarkable object. It is the largest pearl in the world. 3 priceless pounds of pink, pearly perfection. But in a dingy room over a nearby fish market is an even more remarkable object.
148-pound oyster.
Yes, in reality, the oyster is the nickname of the world's most notorious pearl thief, who uses this shell as a combination disguise and hideout. Once inside his shell, the oyster is well-nigh impervious to attack.
It's also a dandy place to store mushrooms.
On this fateful day, the oyster entered the museum with but one goal in view.
To purloin the pearl.
His method was simplicity itself.
My baby. Give me back my baby.
Your baby, ma'am?
Yes, I am that precious pearl's long-lost mommy.
No kidding. Are you really?
Yes, I'm the mother of Pearl.
I guess it's all right then.
I don't know, Hornbeck.
Come, Melville. Can we resist the mother's tears?
I suppose you're right.
And while the 2 soft-headed, hearted guards stood aside, the oyster snapped up the 3-pound pearl.
Hey, that ain't no lady oyster.
It ain't even a lady.
It's the oyster.
Got him.
As all this was occurring, Henry Cabot Henhouse III and Fred, who in reality are Super Chicken and Fred, were taking their morning walk. As they reached the corner...
Grab him, Fred.
I've got him.
Here, sir, or madam, you dropped your world's largest pearl.
Oh, thanks.
Nothing like a good deed to start the day off right, Fred.
Hey, you with the feathers.
Yes, officer?
Have you seen an oyster pass this way?
Yes, come to think of it. Why?
'Cause that's the oyster, and he just stole the world's largest pearl.
They'll never catch him, Fred.
Why?
Oysters are too slippery. Fred, we have inadvertently aided a criminal to escape.
We?
No time to explain, Fred. This looks like a job for Super Chicken.
Yeah.
I'll slip into the super suit. You get the super sauce.
Right.
Dashing into a nearby phone booth, the plucky chicken began to change his clothes.
Drat these buttons. Hello.
Hello? Is Super Chicken there?
Almost. Who's this?
Well, tell him when he's ready. The oyster will be waiting.
Here's the super sauce.
Thanks, Fred. Little heavy on the lemon peel, is...
In a matter of seconds, the simple bird was transformed into Super Chicken.
Now, Super Chicken speaking. He must have hung up. Come on, Fred.
And the mighty chicken took to the air in search of the oyster.
Hang on, Fred. First, we're going to search that deserted fisherman's shack on the pier.
And Super Chicken set his aircraft down with pinpoint accuracy.
Kind of a blunt pinpoint, wasn't it?
Any landing you can walk away from is a good one, Fred.
Well, anyway, we know one thing. He isn't in that shack.
True.
What's the next move?
I'm going to pull him to us with my oyster magnetic beam. Watch this.
Bracing himself, Super Chicken waited for magnetic contact with the oyster.
Any bites yet, Super Chicken?
No, not
yet. Super Chicken, you did it. That's the oyster.
My oyster magnet never fails, Fred.
How are you going to get him out of the shell?
I'll blast him out with my lightning ray bolt. Stand back, Fred.
No!
Sorry about that, Fred.
So am I.
Perhaps my tear gas fountain pen gun will do the trick. Take this, oyster.
The gas pen must be in your other suit.
I'm glad nobody was here to see that.
Maybe the oyster isn't in there.
Oysters are always in there, Fred. This is your last chance, oyster. Give me the world's largest pearl, or I'm coming in after you with my super bare hands. I didn't know it was a black pearl with a fuse in it.
It isn't. That's a bomb.
Nonsense, Fred. I know a bomb when I see one. Let that be a lesson to you, Fred. Never trust an oyster.
He's getting away.
Good. Follow me.
The mighty bird followed the oyster to every fish market and oyster bar on the waterfront. Then finally on the sands of Oyster Beach.
I'll teach that stupid chicken to toy with an oyster. This cannon will stop him dead in his tracks.
Did you hear what he said, Fred?
No, you're the one with super hearing.
He said he was going to shoot us down. But don't worry, Fred. Oysters are terrible shots.
Fire!
Let that be a lesson, Fred.
Never trust an oyster.
The fool should have known better than to cross the oyster. The pearl is mine. It's the end of the show, and Super Chicken has failed.
Super Chicken, you did it. We've got the oyster and the pearl.
Like I say, Fred, lightning always strikes skin deep.
The pearl went back to the museum, and the oyster went to jail to serve every month with an R in it for the next 30 years. The mighty chicken had done it again. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's Super Chicken.
Lightning always strikes skin deep.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
high on any list of the world's most beloved characters stands the Easter Bunny. Everybody loves the Easter Bunny. Newsboys.
Good morning, Easter Bunny.
Policemen.
Good morning, Mr. Bunny.
Bank presidents.
Morning, Bunny.
Even bank tellers.
What can I do for you, Easter Bunny?
Hand over all your cash and make it snappy.
Oh, but I can't do that, Easter Bunny.
What?
Well, if you can't even show a little charity to the Easter Bunny.
Sure, give him the money.
Give it to him.
Yeah.
But the bank rules say...
You want to wake up Easter morning without no Easter eggs, fella?
Of course not, but...
You do want to wake up Easter morning.
Yes, yes.
He's got a gun.
Let him have it, Easter Bunny.
No, don't shoot. Take the money, Easter Bunny.
Thanks.
And there he goes, hoppity-hop on his bunny way.
But all this didn't escape the sharp eye of Henry Cabot Henhouse III and his friend Fred.
Mr. Henhouse, who's that next to you?
Fred, don't you know the Easter Bunny when you see him? Morning, E.B.
What's he got in the basket?
Easter eggs, of course. Right, E.B.?
Ah, shut up.
Mr. Henhouse, he hit you.
Perhaps he's been working too hard, Fred.
Help! Stop that rabbit! He just robbed the First National Bank.
And it looks as if he's on his way for two.
But what would the Easter Bunny want with money?
Finding that out, Fred, is a job for guess who?
Let's see. Are you a living American?
Yes.
Bigger than a bread box?
Barely.
Then you must be, Super Chicken?
Right. Get the super sauce. I'll change into my super suit.
Here's the sauce.
Oh, yeah. You've outdone yourself, Fred.
Yes, well, I put salt on the rim of the...
The powerful sauce took effect, and the scrawny, underdeveloped chicken became a scrawny, overdeveloped Super Chicken.
To the super coop, Fred.
Roger Wilcox.
Meanwhile, the large, raggedy rabbit had plundered his way through town and was now at the last National Bank.
Look, you want an Easter basket full of marshmallow chickies or not?
Well, certainly, but...
Then hand over the dough.
Hand over the dough. Oh, very well.
Yes, no one dared to stop the Easter Bunny. No one but Super Chicken.
No one can set himself above the law, Fred. Not even the Easter Bunny.
Super Chicken, suppose he heard you. We might not get an Easter basket with marshmallow chickies.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred. Now I shall use my super myoposcope to spot his whereabouts. Where'd everybody go?
I'm right here.
The myoposcope must need adjusting. I'll focus on that building ahead of us. Better? Better?
Better hurry up, because we're going to... crash.
Clear as a bell, Fred. It's the Red Carrot Hotel.
The mighty chicken had done it again. For as everyone knows, the Red Carrot Hotel caters only to traveling Easter bunnies.
And there he is, Fred.
What's he doing?
He's dyeing the money all different colors. Come on.
Quickly disguising themselves as eggs to avoid drawing attention, our heroes approach the bunny's door.
Oh, never mind. We'll come back later.
No, Fred. We're going in.
Oh, what have we done?
We've discovered the real thief, Fred. This isn't the Easter Bunny. It's the notorious bank robber, Louis the Lapin.
Hey, you're pretty smart for an egg.
Actually, in reality, I am Super Chicken.
And I am stuck in this stupid eggshell.
That was the break Louis the Lapin had been waiting for. First, he dropped a heavy steel cage over Super Chicken. Then he pulled a lever that sent Fred into the dye machinery.
Ow, that's hard.
You can't do that to my friend.
Why not?
He looks terrible in stripes.
So I'll give him polka dots.
Ow. Get me out of here before I'm hard-boiled altogether.
Spurred by his friend's plight, the mighty chicken burst through the steel bars and hurtled headfirst into a dye vat.
You're right, Fred. This stuff is hot.
And now, farewell, Super Chicken, for I shall...
You shall what, Louis the Lapin?
I shall go to jail for about 20 years, I think.
Congratulations, Super Chicken. You led us right to his hideout.
I did? How?
We just followed that cry in the sky.
But, Chief, I haven't given my cry in the sky yet.
Suffering catfish? You suppose we're in the wrong episode?
No matter, Chief. I charged Louis the Lapin with bank robbery and dyeing U.S. currency. Why did you dye that money?
I'll tell you why. Because I hate the color green. I hate it, you hear? I robbed banks for 30 years, and what do I have for it? A pile of green money. So I decided to dye it. Shocking pink, peacock blue, chartreuse, cerise, buttercup yellow, orange vermilion, Naples red.
He may have been a bank robber, Fred, but he had the heart of a poet.
And the head of an Easter bunny. Now can I get out of this thing?
I don't quite know how to say this, Fred, but I think it shrank in that hot dye. It won't come off.
Oh, come on.
So next Easter, when the real Easter Bunny gets ready to deliver his baskets, and you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's Super Chicken.
And his faithful polka dot Easter egg.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
It is morning, and this is the palatial split level of Mr. and Mrs. Hubert Fingernut. It is an ordinary day, except for one thing.
You scream, dear?
An elephant, an elephant.
Now, honey, you're just pleasingly plump.
Not me, you dramp. Look.
It's an elephant.
It ain't no hummingbird, Hubert.
Directly across the street at the home of Mr. and Mrs. Alvin Took.
Sorry, sweetheart. I didn't know you was in the tub.
I'm not. That's an elephant.
Well, it was a natural mistake.
Yes, in homes all over the nation, people woke to find an elephant in residence.
An elephant. There's an elephant in my kitchen, Charlie.
What's he doing?
Tossing pancakes.
Elephants were also found in buildings, on buildings, even in taxicabs.
I told you 20 times, no trunks.
The city was in turmoil. And so, in the sumptuous apartment of Henry Cabot Henhouse III.
Mr. Henhouse, the mayor just called.
And we've got an elephant problem, right, Fred?
Right. How did you know?
Let's call it a lucky guess.
Well, it looks like...
Please, Fred, I'll say it. It looks like a job for Super Chicken.
I was going to say it looks like an elephant.
No time to explain, Fred. You slip into the super suit, I'll get the super sauce. I got it wrong.
So you did.
No doubt about it, Fred. We need more rehearsal. Quick, give me the super sauce. No bay leaf, Fred?
In a matter of seconds, the common bird was transformed into Super Chicken.
To the super coop, Fred.
And the mighty chicken streaked upward through the sky, uttering his world-renowned battle cry.
We're heading for outer space, Fred.
What's outer space got to do with elephants?
Look down and you'll see.
Super Chicken. The Earth is tipped sideways.
I thought so. Take a picture of that, Fred.
Got it.
Now, we've got to get that picture to Washington right away.
I thought Washington was dead, Super Chicken.
Of course not, Fred. You should see it on Saturday nights.
In no time at all, our heroes were in the office of the Secretary of the Exterior.
Look at this picture of Earth, sir.
I can't. You're holding it sideways.
No, sir. The Earth is really tipped on its side.
What happened?
Elephants.
Elephants?
Some fiend is shifting elephants around to throw the Earth off balance and cause it to tip.
But who?
That's my line, Fred. But who?
Oh, if Super Chicken only knew that half a world away in India, the wily Prince Black Hole of Calcutta was gloating over the success of his scheme.
Shifting elephants to the other side of the world was the smartest thing I've ever done. Right, Punjab?
Yes, Highness. Their weight has tipped the earth and changed the climate of India.
Right. Now instead of boiling heat, we have snow in India. Look, icicles, snowballs, ice skating. It's a winter wonderland.
All this might have remained a secret if Super Chicken and Fred hadn't taken a brief respite from their labors in a Poughkeepsie delicatessen.
I don't like this delicatessen, Fred. This knockwurst is terrible.
I understand as the New Delhi opened in New Delhi.
To a real knockwurst fan, that remark was irresistible. Super Chicken immediately headed for India. A short time later, as the prince was readying still more elephants for shipment.
Yes?
Pardon me. We're looking for the New Delhi Deli.
You wouldn't like it. The knockwurst is terrible.
But at that moment, using his supervision, Super Chicken looked through an 8-foot wall and saw the elephants marked for delivery.
Aha! So you are the culprit who is shifting elephants.
What's this got to do with knockwurst?
No time to explain, Fred. This elephant spreader must be stopped.
Not very likely.
At the signal, the prince's biggest guards entered the room and faced Super Chicken.
Sick 'em!
Look out, Super Chicken!
They're not, Fred. I shall subdue them instantly.
Super Chicken!
Just a temporary setback, Fred. I shall now throw them out of that window. This one first. Well, maybe this one. Aha! This one!
Super Chicken, it's me!
Sorry, Fred.
But just then, an icy blast of wind and snow swept through the open window.
Quick, Fred. Help me inflate the patented henhouse hothouse.
Caught in the first blizzard ever to hit Calcutta, everybody caught their death of cold and turned blue. But protected by Super Chicken's super plastic heated bag, our heroes suffered nothing but a slight case of prickly heat. The magnificent chicken had triumphed again. Prince Black Hole of Calcutta was thrown into the Black Hole of Calcutta.
Where the knockwurst is the worst.
All the elephants were returned to India, and a grateful nation gave Super Chicken and Fred a 1 week's paid vacation in Miami Beach.
Snow? In Florida? The Earth must still be tipped a little bit. There must be one elephant still out of place somewhere. Wouldn't you say, Fred? Fred? Fred?
find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
This is Yellowbone National Park, so called because of the many fossil bones left by the dinosaurs of long ago.
Correction, these are chicken bones left by the litter bugs of last season.
Oh. Of course, the outstanding attraction of Yellowbone is its famous geyser, Old Faithful. Many people do not know why it is called Old Faithful. They always find out. And this is an habitual criminal called the Geezer. Today marks the climax of 30 years of thievery for, are you ready for this? The Geezer is stealing the geyser.
Down, boy, down! Nabbit!
But why would anyone want to steal a geyser?
Why not? There's a million things you can do with a geyser.
Such as?
I'll think of something.
On that same day, Henry Cabot Henhouse III and Fred were touring the park, inspecting the many interesting chicken bones.
A sight like that certainly makes me thankful.
For what?
That nobody's ever found a way to fricassee a lion.
Look, Fred, there's Old Faithful, the famous geyser.
I didn't know it was portable.
It isn't, Fred. Somebody is stealing it.
What would anybody want with a geyser?
There's a million things you can do with a geyser, Fred.
Such as?
No time to explain, Fred. This looks like a job for...
Super Chicken.
Right.
Or is it Smokey the Bear?
In a nearby grove of trees, Henry changed into his super suit while Fred mixed the powerful super sauce.
Thanks, Fred.
How come you said, before you drank it?
Why wait till the last minute, Fred?
The super sauce went to work, and soon the nature-loving chicken was changed to a geezer-hating Super Chicken.
To the super coop, Fred. We're going for the geezer with a geyser.
Roger Wilcox.
And the mighty bird took to the air.
He should be easy to spot, Fred.
Why?
It's pretty hard to disguise a geyser. Aha! There it is.
I don't see a thing.
You can't see it, Fred, but my supervision tells me it's just below us.
Gee, I wish I had supervision.
I do the best I can for you, Fred. Hang on.
Unfortunately, what Super Chicken had spotted was not a geyser, but a gusher, an oil gusher. And the super coop was now covered with black, greasy kid stuff.
What a mess!
Yes. Better keep an eye out for a car wash, Fred.
Why me? You're the one with the supervision.
Do you think I'm going to waste a gimmick like that on looking for car washes?
Hey, there's one.
But as fate would have it, that particular car wash had just opened under new management.
The Geezer's Geyser. Super car wash. I told you I'd think of something. This car wash will make me a mint.
Afraid not, Mr. Geezer. That geyser is going back to Yellowbone Park, and you're going back to jail.
But the geezer was not to be captured so easily, for he darted into the control booth of his super car wash.
It's no use, Geezer. We're not going to budge an inch till you come out.
I hate to say this, Super Chicken, but we're budging.
Yes, a powerful chain had fastened itself around their ankles and was dragging them toward the geezer's super car wash.
Never fear, Fred. I still have an arsenal of secret weapons.
Not for long, Super Chicken.
Well, so much for the secret weapons.
Got my best plumed hat, too. Well, I've still got my super brain.
I thought that went with the hat.
The geezer now put the car wash into high gear, and our heroes began to have a very rough time. They had their white sidewalls steamed.
Ow, ow, ow.
They had their bumper guards polished.
Ow, 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 ow.
Their grill work cleaned.
Ow, 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 ooh, ooh.
And then they were pushed into the roaring steam of Old Faithful itself.
Yeah! Oh! Hang tough, Fred. I think we're through the worst of it.
Not quite, Super Chicken.
And the geezer activated his giant blower.
There's more than one way to pluck a chicken.
We'll never get out of this in one piece, Super Chicken.
I know, Fred. I'm losing pieces already. There's only one thing to do.
What?
Can't you guess?
No.
Give up?
Now there's an idea. Hey, Geezer, we give up.
No! I'm talking about my total destruct button.
But that'll blow up 5 city blocks, and us with it.
You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs, Fred.
But we're not cooking Super Chicken.
It's just a matter of time. Look, the geezer is sending us into the infrared drying oven.
I was wrong. Somebody did find a way to fricassee a lion. Okay, push the button.
Bye, Fred. Don't think it hasn't been...
What happened?
You must have been standing at the exact center of the explosion, Fred.
But what about you?
I was slightly to one side.
But in just a short time, our friends had things put to rights again.
Yes, Fred, the geezer is safely locked in that jail.
Super Chicken, that's Old Faithful. You put the geyser in jail by mistake.
I did?
And if the geyser's in jail, where's the geezer?
He's, earning an honest living, Fred.
Where?
In Yellowbone National Park.
The mighty chicken had triumphed again. So when you hear that cry in the sky,
you'll know that Super Chicken goofed.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
this pocket-sized bit of greenery in the middle of downtown Pittsburgh is Sherwood Park. Pittsburghians love to come to Sherwood Park to feed the squirrels. The squirrels live on nuts. But Sherwood Park has a nut that lives on squirrels.
Okay, hoist him, Shorty. This is a stick-up.
Yeah, hand over them peanuts.
This cowardly knave is Rotten Hood, the bandit of Sherwood Park. And this is his merry band of man, Fried Tucker.
Well, Fried Tucker, let's count the swag. What have we got?
8 peanuts, 2 almonds, and a gum wrapper.
Not bad for a week's work, eh?
It ain't good, Rotten Hood.
Perhaps you're right. I've got it, Fried Tucker. Let's switch from squirrels to people. We'll rob from the rich.
Yeah.
And keep it. Is that good?
It ain't bad.
Very well. Man?
Yes, sir.
Count off.
1.
Good. Now that we're all here, let's get started.
And going from the park to the surrounding skyscrapers, Rotten Hood started on his cavalcade of crime. On the 8th floor, he robbed the famous shoe manufacturer, Gypsy Boots. On the 17th floor, he robbed Sam Prince Metal, the Metal Prince. On the 23rd floor, he robbed Beyond a Reef, wealthy society leader. On a 30th floor window ledge, he robbed a squirrel.
Just keeping my hand in.
Meanwhile, up in the penthouse in the sumptuous study of Henry Cabot Henhouse III.
Here's the dinner things.
What's the news, Fred?
Just some stuff about Rotten Hood and his band.
Wonder who's on trombone.
Fred had just put down the groceries when...
Put up your paws.
Where did you come from?
The grocery sacks. And next time, Rotten Hood, you get the one with the frozen vegetables.
The next thing Henry knew...
What is it, Fred? Don't tell me you're imitating a unicorn.
No, I'm imitating a witness to a robbery.
Who's being robbed?
You. Rotten Hood made me open the kitchen safe and give him the housekeeping money.
How much?
$2 million.
A trifling sum, but it's the principle of the thing, Fred. This looks like a job for...
Super Chicken?
You get the super sauce, I'll don my super suit.
Is the super sauce?
Must be a weak batch. Doesn't have the old zing. Oh, well, as long as it lets me fly.
Funny. He's flying straight down. And small wonder, this is steak sauce. Super Chicken, wait! He didn't wait. Sorry, Super Chicken. That was really steak sauce. How do you like that?
Well done, Fred.
Here's the super sauce. Drink, drink.
And in seconds, the common chicken was transformed into Super Chicken.
What happened to you?
I was standing a little too close when the super sauce took effect.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred. Come on.
With that, the mighty chicken took to the air to track down Rotten Hood.
You drive, Fred, and I'll think.
What about?
I'm trying to figure out where Rotten Hood is hiding.
Why don't you use your supervision?
If I had any supervision, I wouldn't be running around in this funny suit.
I'll help you think, too.
That was a mistake, for Fred wasn't equipped to do both.
I've told you before, Fred. If you drive, don't think. If you think, don't drive.
But as luck would have it, the Super Coupe had landed right in Sherwood Park.
Don't move. We're not alone.
I thought you said they'd never find us here.
Even the best laid plans go bad, Rotten. Let's go.
Rotten Hood's arrow stuck to the side of the tallest office building in downtown Kansas City. Super Chicken wasn't far behind.
Don't be alarmed, folks. We represent the law.
Look at that mask. It's a holdup.
He's a robber.
He's a crook!
Oh, come on. That's Super Chicken.
Never mind, Fred. They don't watch television much here in Kansas City.
But as Super Chicken dashed out,
it's them.
All right, Rotten Hood. Now you're going to get a taste of my superpowers, face to face.
But as the mighty chicken started for Rotten Hood, a dreadful thing happened. His super sauce ran out.
Where's all that big chicken talk now, Mr. Big Mouth?
That hurts.
The weary chicken tried to defend himself, but it was to no avail. Rotten applied his famous hoodlock and began to squeeze. But at that moment, faithful Fred dashed to the rescue.
Drink it, drink it.
Not more steak sauce.
It's the real thing, Super Chicken. It's super sauce.
Sure enough, it was. The beaten bird once again became Super Chicken.
Let me at him. Come on and fight.
Easy, champ. The fight's over.
What happened to Rotten Hood?
He was standing too close when the super sauce took effect.
He knew the job was dangerous when he took it, Fred.
Rotten Hood and his not-so-merry man got 20 years to think over their crimes.
I've got it. Next time, let's steal from the poor.
Oh, shut up. And the mighty bird, against prejudice, continues his fight for law and order. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's Super Chicken.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
Behind the innocent-looking walls of this Chinese hand laundry resides one of the city's most sinister criminals. It's Shrimp Chop Fooey, known to the underworld as the Laundryman. And the specialty of his Chinese hand laundry...
It's not laundering Chinese hands, Buster.
No, it is washing the fingerprints off stolen money. Yes, by helping criminals, Chop Fooey was cleaning up money hand over fist.
All right, laundryman. Where's the 100 G's I brung in last week?
Not ready yet. Come back Thursday.
Look, Shrimp, you're talking a big buck Belushi. I'm the toughest mug in town.
I disagree.
Well, when Shrimp Chop Fooey disagrees with you, you're in trouble. Big Buck landed in the laundry vat, where he was promptly washed. Then he was fluffed dry. Then he was steam ironed.
How you like that?
Too much starch in the collar.
Big Buck now press duck. to go.
But as fate would have it, the very next customer was Fred, faithful companion and laundry picker-upper for Henry Cabot Henhouse III, who is in reality Super Chicken.
Never mind smart talk. What number ticket?
It's either number 16 or number 91.
Make no never mind. Money is money.
Did Confucius say that?
No, I say that.
Oh.
But upon returning to the henhouse penthouse, Fred made a remarkable discovery.
Wow, that laundryman is a low-down crook.
What makes you say so, Fred?
Well, for one thing, he left out the free fortune cookie. For another, look how he shrunk those green shorts of yours.
Green shorts?
You know, the ones with the pictures of Benjamin Franklin on them.
Good heavens, Fred. That's legal tender.
It looks like Benjamin Franklin.
I mean, they're $100 bills. This looks like a job for...
A job for...
Super Chicken.
Mr. Henhouse, wrong suit.
Oop. Sorry, Fred. Super Chicken.
Better. Here's the super sauce.
Ah, now that's what I call a real...
And the simple, unassuming bird was transformed into that heroic doer of good things, Super Chicken.
To the super coop, Fred.
Roger Wilcox.
And the plucky pullet was off again to fight injustice, to conquer evil.
And to get that free fortune cookie.
Meanwhile, with the help of his number one son, the laundryman was carrying out a sinister plan.
How come we're splitting this cozy gig, Pops?
Wish to wash hands of laundry business. Take all money and run off with it. It's stolen money. Customers can't call cops. Shrimp, chop fooey, take crooks to cleaners. Ho, 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 ho.
Then suddenly...
Wait! Enemy eggcraft approaching. Chop fooey, prepare warm reception for them.
There's the laundry, Fred. I'm going to put her down on the roof.
And he would have, too, if there had been a roof to put her down on. As it was...
You're under arrest, laundryman.
Recognize him, Pops? That's Super Chicken.
All superheroes look alike to me.
Better come clean, laundryman.
You're all washed up.
No soap, Charlie. You still wet behind ears.
My hunch was right, Fred. Our laundryman is a crook.
I know. I'm missing some buttons.
You've noticed that, have you?
Meanwhile, the laundryman and number one son dashed outside, where a getaway rickshaw was waiting with its motor running. The evil pair quickly made their way across town to a waiting Chinese junk.
Correction. This not junk. This sampan.
Whatever. But at that moment, with a Super Chicken effort, our hero managed to pull himself together.
Get the starch out, Fred. We've got work to do.
Aboard their vessel, Chop Fooey and number one son were dividing up the loot.
One from column A, one from column B.
Suddenly...
What was that?
Either ghost of Super Chicken come to haunt us, or General Custer's reinforcements finally arrive.
We've got him now, Super Chicken. He's aboard that junk.
That's not a junk, Fred. That's a sampan.
Whatever.
But a glob of laundry soap had clogged the Super Coop's fuel line, causing it to hiccup something awful. And with a final gasp, a huge soap bubble completely enveloped the noble craft.
We're trapped.
And shrimp chop fooey now make chicken chop suey.
But as luck would have it, that bubble was made of hard water soap. The shell bounced harmlessly off and fell directly back on the Chinese sampan.
Correction. Now is Chinese junk.
The stolen money was returned to its rightful owners, the crooks.
The crooks?
Fair is fair, Fred.
Chop Fooey and number one son were assigned to the first string Sing Sing scrub team.
Try to say that 3 times fast.
No, thank you. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's Super Chicken, our nation's greatest crime deterrent. Correction, make that crime detergent.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
This is the Noodle, one of the world's richest and brainiest criminals. The sound you hear is the Noodle using his noodle to plan another perfect crime.
I have it. Another perfect crime. Beastly!
You rang, sir?
No, as a matter of fact, I called.
Sorry, sir.
Find me a green cat and a blue vacuum cleaner, Beastly. I'm going to rob a bank.
Very good, sir.
At 2:30 that afternoon, the Noodle and his butler entered the city bank.
All right, Beastly. Let the cat out of the bag.
Very good, sir.
Good heavens, a green cat.
A green cat?
Now, there's something you don't see every day.
Purple, yes, but green?
Everybody was so amazed at seeing a green cat that no one noticed the Noodle sucking up the bank's money with the blue vacuum cleaner.
Come, Beastly. Time to go.
After you, sir.
And looking like any ordinary vacuum cleaner salesman and his butler, the criminals calmly walked out of the bank.
Brilliant, sir. Another perfect crime.
Not quite, Noodle.
It's Super Chicken.
And Fred.
Please, the help should be seen and not heard.
Quite right, sir.
Now let's see how you like my super vacuum cleaner.
You may have got the money, Super Chicken, but you shan't get me. Light the rocket on my back, Beastly.
Very good, sir.
He's getting away.
Never. Light the rocket under my cape, Fred. I could have sworn I had a rocket back there.
Must be in your other cape.
Later, back at the Noodle's apartment.
Super Chicken foiled me again.
Yes, sir.
It's no fun committing perfect crimes if I always get caught.
No, sir.
I must get rid of Super Chicken.
Yes, sir. How, sir?
Well, how else? I'll use my noodle.
And in the incredibly short time of 2 minutes and 18 seconds, the Noodle had it.
Beastly, get me a 7-pound watermelon.
A watermelon? I don't get it, sir.
Super Chicken will.
A short time later, the Noodle was flying high over the city in his jet plane.
3, 2, 1. Drop the watermelon, Beastly.
Very good, sir.
The Noodle then landed, drove his limousine back to the city, and stopped in front of a bank.
Ah, yes. Here comes the watermelon right on course. Paint an X on the sidewalk right there, Beastly.
Very good, sir.
Now to bait the trap. I am going to rob this bank.
Aha! I heard you with my super hearing.
And he saw you with his supervision, too.
If he had any supervision, he wouldn't be standing on an X waiting for a watermelon.
Watermelon? What watermelon?
That watermelon.
Super Chicken, are you all right?
I beg pardon, sir. I don't think we've met.
Super Chicken!
Glad to know you, Super Chicken.
Aha! My plan worked. That watermelon hit Super Chicken in his one weak spot, his head. His memory is gone.
You mean he has anomie? You mean his memory is gone?
Exactly. Super Chicken is now just another dumb cluck. Come, Beastly, we have work to do.
And as Super Chicken stood calmly by, the Noodle robbed the bank and strolled away.
He's getting away! Here, drink some super sauce. It may help your memory.
Sorry, Harvey. I never drink with strangers.
Free to do as he wished, the Noodle began a rampage of crime, robbing bank after bank.
Please, Super Chicken, you've got to remember.
Say, aren't you Roger Wilcox?
It's no use. Like Super Chicken would say if he were here. If you want a thing done, and you want it do, and you do it right, yourself, it's no good. I just can't deliver one-liners.
But Fred did drag the befuddled chicken into a nearby phone booth and changed clothes with him.
Now for the super sauce. Then I, Super Fred, will catch the Noodle.
Ah! The super sauce went to work and quickly transformed Fred into a crumpled heap on the ground.
I guess it just doesn't work on lions.
Still determined to capture the noodle, plucky Fred took the fuzzy-minded chicken to the super coop, put it into high gear, and shot it into the air. Unfortunately, Fred didn't know the first thing about flying a super coop. He smashed through a water tower, hit a clothesline full of wash, zoomed to an altitude of 10,000 feet, and went into a power dive.
Harvey.
What is that?
You are a lousy driver.
Sue me.
Call it dumb cluck luck if you will, but on the street just below, the noodle was making a getaway with another truckload of money. The coop scored a direct hit. Super Chicken flew the coop and landed on his head. The force of the blow restored his memory.
You are under arrest, Noodle.
I guess I'm really in the soup this time.
And you know what kind, too.
Yes.
Super Chicken Noodle Soup.
With the noodle and Beastly safely in jail, Super Chicken returned to dig his friend Fred out of the wreckage.
Are you okay, Fred?
I don't believe we've met, stranger.
Oh, dear.
Yes, as it turned out, Fred had a weak spot, too. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's Super Chicken and
Harvey, Roger, Floyd, Prudence.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
oh, if only you had been with us 5 minutes ago, you would have seen the worst crime in history. As it is, you are only watching the police trying to catch the criminal. There are no clues as to who took the priceless art treasure, the Maltese duck.
What kind of a fiend would steal a statue of a duck?
This kind of fiend. Yes, it was I, the fat man. And now the duck is mine.
May I say, sir, as a criminal, you are just Marvy.
Thank you, Shingles.
You thought of everything, sir.
Yes, I even thought of Super Chicken.
Super Chicken, sir?
Yes, he is the one chicken who could get my duck. But I'll be ready for him when he comes.
And that would be soon indeed, for the mighty chicken was on the case at that very moment.
You think that the fat man stole the Maltese duck, Super Chicken?
I'm positive, Fred.
How do you know?
I found these at the scene of the crime.
What are they?
56 candy bar wrappers.
So?
So we know it wasn't the thin man.
Over the fat man's estate, Super Chicken made his first move.
Hang on, Fred. I'm going to land on the roof.
But the eager chicken overshot his landing and...
So, Super Chicken, at last we meet.
Right, fat man. And you're under arrest for stealing the Maltese duck.
Never.
Though his hat and cape were shot to shreds, the bullets merely bounced off of Super Chicken's super body.
If you really want to get him, you got to use a bigger gun, sir. At least 50 caliber.
Please, Fred. Let him figure these things out for himself.
But before Super Chicken could make his next move, the fat man grabbed the Maltese duck and escaped to the second floor.
After him, Fred.
They headed up the stairs and came to a large door at the top.
Are you in there, fat man?
No.
Darn.
If he's not in there, where could he be, Super Chicken?
Let me think.
If we go inside, we can sit down and think.
Good idea.
Opening the door, they found themselves face to face with the fat man and a fat cannon.
Fat man, I thought you said you weren't in here.
I detest the fibber.
Never mind that. Goodbye, Super Chicken.
Goodbye? He's not going anywhere.
Huh? Watch.
I guess he is at that. Bye, Super Chicken.
The cannonball carried Super Chicken across town and into the bus terminal. 30 minutes later, he was back at the fat man's estate.
Where's the fat man, Fred?
He got away in his jet plane. What kept you?
The crosstown traffic is fierce at this hour. After him.
A short time later, the fat man landed his jet on mysterious Voodoo Island in the Caribbean. He went directly to a friendly neighborhood black magic store.
Give me a super chicken voodoo doll.
You want me to wrap it up, or do you want to stick pins in it right here?
Oh, brilliant, sir.
Yes, anything that happens to this doll happens to super chicken.
Here he comes now.
Watch this.
Super Chicken, what happened?
I could have sworn I was stuck with a pin.
It works, sir.
Of course it did. Now watch this.
Super Chicken, watch where you're driving.
I can't, Fred. There's something in my eye.
Hopelessly out of control, the super coupe dived for the ground and crashed into a palm tree.
So, fat man, we meet again.
Yes, but for the last time. Farewell.
Ow! Oh, wait a minute. Let me see you do that again.
Gladly.
I just don't understand how that works.
I think I do, Fred. Let me try something.
Ow!
Did that hurt you, fat man?
What do you think?
Why don't you ask me?
All right. Did that hurt the fat man, Fred?
How would you like a punch in the beak?
I've got it. That is a super chicken voodoo doll. Well, fat man, too, can do voodoo.
You two do voodoo. I'm starting my vacation.
Racing through the jungle, Super Chicken went to the nearest black magic store.
Quick, give me a fat man voodoo doll.
Right. Can I sell you a box of pins?
No, I've got bigger plans than that.
Taking the fat man doll, Super Chicken returned through the jungle.
Two can play at that game, fat man. Take this.
Ouch! Take this yourself.
Oh, you want to play rough, eh?
Anything you say, Super Chicken.
With that, the two opponents flailed away at each other's dolls.
Oh! Oh!
2,000 miles we traveled so he can play with dollies.
But finally, the mighty bird unloosed his famous under-over uppercut.
No fair. I'm on vacation.
The mighty chicken had done it again, and he headed for home to return the precious Maltese duck and placed the fat man in a thin jail.
Another Super Chicken voodoo doll, sir?
No, they were out of super chickens, so I got a Fred doll. Just a little something to pass the time on the flight home.
So, when you hear that cry in the sky...
Ow!
You'll know it's Super Chicken saying...
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred.
Yes, I get the point. Yow!
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
This is Santa Lucia Island, sometimes known as the Isle of Lucy. It is the home of that evil wizard, Merlin Brando. Merlin is not only the nastiest wizard in the world, but also the vainest.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the handsomest one of all?
You are, master.
And who's the strongest one of all?
You are, master.
And who's the smartest one of all? 2 times 2 is 8, right?
It's close enough. You are, master.
Oh, it's true. It's true. I am the greatest. Even when it comes to modesty, I'm tops.
But one day, Merlin Brando made the mistake of leaving the room while the television set was on. And the magic mirror finally got to see Super Chicken. So that afternoon, when Merlin Brando spoke to his mirror...
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest one of all?
I cannot tell a lie. It's Super Chicken.
Super Chicken? What's a super chicken?
In reality, Super Chicken is wealthy play chicken Henry Cabot Henhouse III, and he's the greatest.
Then he must be destroyed. There's no room for two greatests in the world. Operator, I want a place called to Pittsburgh.
Hello?
Hi there. Is this Super Chicken?
Well, yes and no. Who's this?
I'm a maiden in distress.
Distress? That anywhere near Cincinnati?
I'm being held captive on the Isle of Lucy. Save me.
Do we know anybody who lives on the Isle of Lucy, Fred?
No.
Then I'm about to save a complete stranger. Come on.
Henry quickly changed into his super suit, and Fred gave him a drink of the marvelous super sauce.
Could be chilled a bit.
Within seconds, the super sauce transformed the simple bird into a super chicken.
To the super coop, Fred.
Roger Wilcox.
Passing over Muncie, Indiana, teddy bear capital of the world, the super coop headed out to sea and was soon approaching the Isle of Lucy.
Ah, here he comes. Time to get into my disguise. Now I will lure that chicken to his doom.
Help! Help!
There's the island. Where's the maiden in distress?
Help! Help! Save me!
There she is now.
Where? Where?
Right on the beach. What happened to your supervision?
If I had any supervision, would I be flying in a chicken coop with a lion?
I shall now blast Super Chicken to smithereens.
Hey, the maiden just took a shot at us with a cannon.
She's not shooting at us, Fred. Probably just trying to get our attention.
She got my attention, all right.
Quick, put this cotton in your ears.
Why the cotton in our ears?
What?
I said, why the cotton in our ears?
Just a wild hunch, Fred. I thought it would help.
Oh.
Determined to destroy Super Chicken, the evil Merlin lured them into his castle.
Help! Save me!
There she is, Fred. Let's go.
But when our heroes burst into the castle, Merlin was ready for them.
I'll drop them into the crocodile pit. That never fails. Hey! Help! Stop! Ouch! Get me out of here!
The poor girl is so frightened that her voice has changed. Courage, little missy.
And Merlin found himself saved by the mighty power of Super Chicken.
Put me down!
Not until you are safely out of this castle. Come on, Fred.
For the rest of that afternoon, Super Chicken searched for a way to escape the castle, but to no avail. It was only natural that by 5 o'clock, Merlin had grown a 5 o'clock shadow.
Do you notice something strange, Fred?
Yes, we can't get out of here.
Besides that, this girl is growing whiskers. Do you know what that means?
Yes, you've rescued your first bearded lady.
No, my super brain tells me this girl isn't a girl. It's Merlin Brando, the evil wizard.
Yes, and now I have you right where I want you.
Making a huge rocket appear, Merlin pushed Fred and Super Chicken inside and fired them into the heavens.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Now who's the greatest one of all?
It's still Super Chicken.
You're cracked, mirror. I destroyed him.
Not quite, Merlin Brando.
Super Chicken, how did you get here?
Through the window.
It will avail you not, for I shall now change you both completely and permanently into aardvarks.
What's an aardvark?
It's a stupid-looking hairy animal with a big nose, Fred.
That's not going to be much of a change.
And Merlin Brando prepared to cast his most powerful spell, just as Super Chicken held up the magic mirror.
What happened?
What always happens to an evil plan, Fred? It backfired. Merlin Brando will never bother us again. Come on!
The mighty fowl and justice had triumphed again. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's Super Chicken.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the greatest one of all?
It's still Super Chicken, but you're not bad for an aardvark.
to find yourself in danger when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking. There is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
One children's birthday party is pretty much like another. First, there is the singing.
Happy birthday, dear Billy Joe Richard. Happy birthday to you.
Then comes the blowing out of the candles, the opening of the presents, and the robbery.
Robbery?
Yes, robbery.
My teddy bear is gone.
So is my TV set. Call the police.
It was too late. Once outside, the teddy bear climbed into a giant toy helicopter with a mysterious pilot at the controls, and they disappeared into the sky. 2 hours later, the birthday bandit struck again.
Look, Mommy, a talkie Tilly doll.
Pull the string and see what she says.
Where do you keep the silverware?
In the cupboard.
Thank you. Stay where you are. This is a stick-up.
And with that, the talkie Tilly doll went to the cupboard, put the silverware into a bag, and left through the open window. The birthday bandit struck again and again. A clown doll stole a sofa. A toy monkey swiped a pearl necklace. And a rubber ducky made off with a grandfather's clock. Each time, the toys escaped in the mysterious wind-up helicopter. The police were powerless to stop them.
How come you guys are powerless to stop them?
If you think I'm going to arrest a rubber ducky, you're out of your mind.
But there was a certain chicken who wasn't powerless, for Henry Cabot Henhouse III, otherwise known as Super Chicken, was hard at work on the case.
Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you.
But, Mr. Henhouse, it's not my birthday.
I know that, Fred. This is a trick.
Who are we fooling besides me?
The birthday bandit.
You mean we're going to arrest the rubber ducky?
No, we're going to get the brains behind the rubber ducky.
That's a funny place for brains.
Going on with the fake birthday party, our clever heroes whooped it up.
Whoop, whoop.
They kept whooping it up for 2 weeks until finally...
Happy birthday to you. Hooray.
I don't think it's going to work, Mr. Henhouse.
Why not?
The cake's gone, I've had 600 glasses of punch, and my paper hat's got a hole in it.
But then suddenly...
I'll get it. Hey, look, a big package.
Opening the package, Henry discovered a 6-foot terry cloth chicken hawk. But the terry cloth chicken hawk also discovered Henry and grabbed him in a vice-like grip.
Does this look like a job for Super Chicken?
I thought you'd never ask, Fred. You get the super sauce, the hawk and I will go change into my super suit. Now, that's what I call real...
The super sauce went to work immediately and transformed the simple bird into a complex Super Chicken.
Take cover in the kitchen, Fred. I'm going to blast him with my terry cloth hawk missile.
Pointing his mighty wing at the hawk, Super Chicken fired.
Did you miss or did the stove blow up?
Before Super Chicken could even say, no time to explain, the hawk struck. But terry cloth is no match for an enraged Super Chicken. Breaking away, the hawk flew out the window.
He's getting away.
Exactly.
Exactly?
It's part of my super plan. We'll follow him, and he'll lead us to the brains behind the rubber ducky. To the super coop.
Roger Wilcox.
And our heroes took to the air. Now our scene changes to the huge toy factory of Salvador Ragdolly, a power-mad toy maker.
Building toys to rob birthday parties will make me the richest crooked toy maker in the world. Of course, there's very little competition.
But just then, there was a cry in the sky.
That must be the terry cloth hawk with the henhouse fortune. Super Chicken!
Where?
You're Super Chicken!
Right, and don't you forget it.
Why not? You did.
Salvador Ragdolly, you're under arrest. You are the brains behind the rubber ducky.
You'll never get me, Super Chicken!
Give me one reason why not.
Because a Super Chicken cannot defeat another Super Chicken.
That's a pretty good reason. What does it mean?
The crooked toy maker showed them. He opened a large box, and there stood a toy chicken drinking super sauce. The super sauce quickly went to work and transformed the common wind-up toy chicken into an uncommon wind-up toy super chicken. Striking first, the toy super chicken fired a lightning bolt ray.
Yow! Two can play at that game.
Yow!
Fighting myself is going to be tougher than I thought.
Especially on me.
Stand back, Fred. I'm going to ram him with my booster boots.
Bending over, Super Chicken lit the rockets on his booster boots. But the toy Super Chicken did the same thing, and they streaked toward each other at incredible speed. Unfortunately for Salvador Ragdolly, he was standing between them, and when they came together...
The winner and still champion, Super Chicken?
After summoning the police, Fred headed the Super Coop homeward.
Birthday bandit and henchman jailed. What do you say to that, Super Chicken?
I am a Super Chicken Dolly, and this is a recording.
Whoops.
So when you hear a different kind of cry in the sky...
You'll know I picked the wrong dummy. Ooh.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
That belongs to actor Briggs Badwolf, famous in theaters from coast to coast as the man you love to hate.
This is your last chance, Little Red Riding Hood. Come with me to the villain's annual picnic, or I'll foreclose the mortgage.
No, 1,000 times no.
Yay! That's telling them.
Shh. Please, Fred, it's only a play.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Henhouse. I got carried away.
Unhand her, you cad. I, Brick Mason, have returned with the mortgage money.
Yay! Forget it. I'd rather take Red to the picnic.
Hey, guy, that hurt.
Come on, there's something wrong.
What?
Those aren't the lines in the play.
How do you know?
I wrote it.
Natch.
Yes, carried away by his own acting, Briggs Badwolf had flipped his fright wig and actually believed he was a villain.
For the last time, will you go to the villain's picnic with me?
You're hiding my face, Briggs.
Yes or no?
They can't see my face, stupid.
Answer me.
No!
We'll see about that, my pretty.
Hold on there, Briggs Badwolf.
Out of my way!
Hey, you can't hit my friend.
You too.
Well, that's all right. Me you can hit.
Briggs Badwolf dropped Red Riding Hood into the sidecar of his motorcycle and took off.
Fred, this looks like a job for...
Super Chicken!
Have you been giving away the plot, Fred?
In a short time, while the audience thought they were still watching the play...
It's a far, far better thing I do than I have ever...
And the simple theater-going chicken was transformed into that matinee idol of millions, Super Chicken.
Hooray! Encore, encore! To be or not to be Super Chicken? That is...
Fred, this is no time to act. This is the time to act.
What was that?
We must find Briggs Badwolf.
But where?
Where the villain always takes the girl in the first act. The sawmill.
True enough, at that moment inside Shafter's sawmill.
Now will you go to the villain's picnic with me? They have swings.
No.
All right. You two have made your decision.
Two? There's only one of me.
Not for long.
Stop the presses. I'll save you, little missy.
It's Super Chicken. Foiled again.
Stop the presses?
With his super fist, Super Chicken then knocked the saw completely loose, and it cut the mill in half. One half fell into Deep Ditch Canyon.
Guess which half?
An hour later, the demented actor was tying Red Riding Hood to the tracks of the Muncie and Grand Trunk Western Railroad.
You want to go to the picnic with me, or wait here for the 10:40 to Salt Lake City? They're going to have a sack race.
No.
Funny. I really thought the sack race would do it. Well, let me know if you change your mind before 10:40. After 10:40, forget it.
But charging to the rescue on a handcar was Super Chicken.
What makes you think he's going to tie her to the railroad track, Super Chicken?
That's the second act closer, Fred. Briggs is sticking to the script. Keep pumping, Fred. You've got to stop that train.
With a handcar?
Let me worry about that. As soon as I free Red Riding Hood, I'll be back to help you. Wait right here. I've got to go help Fred.
Where is he?
Ah, there he goes now. See ya.
Where are you going?
To Salt Lake City to get Fred.
While the mighty Chicken raced the train to Salt Lake City, Briggs Bad Wolf carried Red Riding Hood over hill and dale until he reached a miner's shack far back in the mountains.
Now stop shilly-shallying, Red. Will you go to the Villians' picnic with me or not? My treat.
No, 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 no.
Come on, make up your mind.
Meanwhile, just in from Salt Lake, Super Chicken and Fred were sneaking up on the shack.
I don't get it. Why am I dressed up like a girl?
You'll see, Fred.
The wily Chicken knocked on the front door, then ran around to the back.
Who is it?
Taking advantage of the momentary distraction, Super Chicken substituted his lion friend for the beautiful actress.
Stall for time till I get back, Fred.
Right.
Within moments, Super Chicken had returned Red Riding Hood to the theater.
Yes, I am saved, thanks to Super Chicken.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
If I go to the villain's picnic with you, will you take me for a ride in the tunnel of love?
Oh, boy. Who will I?
Suppose they don't have a tunnel of love.
I'll dig one.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But Super Chicken took one bow too many.
Red Riding Hood, you've made me the happiest villain in the world.
I have?
Yes. Do you realize this is the first time we've gone out together?
But as luck would have it, the hapless pair crashed right through the roof of the police station. Fred emerged a bit worse for wear. Briggs Bad Wolf didn't emerge at all. The mighty Chicken had done it again.
Red Riding Hood saved, Briggs Bad Wolf in jail. Justice will triumph, I always say. Don't you?
No. I always say I'd rather be Fred than Red.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
This is McTasty's Gymnasium and Steam Bath. And this is the pride of McTasty's Gym, a 7,000-pound diamond-studded dumbbell.
Truly a thing of beauty, McTasty.
Yeah, and it's worth a fortune.
Ain't you afraid somebody will steal it?
You kidding? It weighs 7,000 pounds. Nobody could even lift it.
Nevertheless, the very next morning, the dumbbell was gone.
Ooh, my diamond-studded dumbbell. It's been took.
Fortunately, Henry Cabot Henhouse III was in the gym for his morning steam bath.
What's happened here?
Somebody took the dumbbell.
Fred? Kidnapped?
Who's kidnapped? Who?
Fred. Somebody took Fred.
Whatever for?
Yes, a senseless crime. Fred, you're back.
I wasn't away. It's the other dumbbell that was took.
But what crook could lift up a 7,000-pound dumbbell?
Only one, McTasty. The Muscle, the world's strongest criminal.
This looks like a job for Super Chicken.
Get the super sauce, Fred. I'll slip out of this funny towel and into the funny suit. Well, here's looking at you.
Please, I don't have my sweatshirt on.
The super sauce went to work and transformed the mighty weak Henry into the mighty strong Super Chicken.
How come you went brrr after you drank it?
No time to explain, Fred. Come on. We've got a date with a dumbbell.
To the super coop.
And the mighty chicken took to the air to apprehend the muscle. They headed right for the Muscle's Health Ranch hideaway, the Juice Bar X, where at that moment the world's strongest criminal was toying with the 7,000-pound diamond-studded dumbbell.
Gotta keep the old triceps in shape.
Suddenly,
You're under arrest, Muscle. Drop that dumbbell.
Hey, who are you?
The name is Super Chicken.
The Super Chicken?
Test his prowess if you will, but never challenge his word.
Well, this is a pleasure, Super Chicken. Let me shake your hand. Here, wing.
Oh!
Pretty feeble grip for a superhero. You need exercise.
I guess you didn't hear me. You're under arrest.
First things first. We gotta get you in condition.
You're still under arrest.
Now for a little sparring, partner. No, keep your beak under your left wing.
Time.
What for?
Super Chicken has something to say.
Yes, you're under
Yes,
arrest.
but it's not time for a rest yet.
well, it was one exhausting exercise after another. The rope climb, up a burning rope.
Oh!
Indian wrestling with a real Indian. And the Muscle's own vibrating machine.
Keep shaking. I'll get some wheat germ and virus milk.
Fred, all this exercise has worn off my super sauce.
Wait, I'll mix up another batch. Double strength.
And Fred quickly mixed the super sauce.
Quick! It's burning my hands through these asbestos gloves.
Down the hatch.
The super sauce went to work, and in seconds the puny pullet was transformed into a bed at the county hospital.
Little strong, was it?
I'd say that, yes.
Must have put in too much mustard.
Well, what do you say, old buddy?
I say, you're under arrest.
You look a little peaked.
The doctor says he'll be up and around in a month or so.
Nonsense. What you need is exercise.
And the Muscle took Super Chicken for a brisk 10-mile run back to the health farm.
Now we're gonna chop wood together, you and me.
Together?
Yeah. I must be the chopper, and you must be the axe. Okay? 5-minute break, and then it's push-ups time.
Super Chicken, what has he done to you?
Name it.
Gee, he's just too much muscle. We better give up.
Nonsense. Go mix another batch of super sauce. Triple strength.
But the double strength blew you to smithereens.
Trust me, Fred.
And Fred reluctantly made up a batch of super sauce.
Time's up.
Muscle, you're under arrest.
Again?
Here's the super sauce.
Good. Drink it, Fred.
Right. I drank the sauce. Good heavens, I'll blow up.
Let me worry about that, Fred. Now, Muscle, I'll bet you can't pick up Fred with one hand and hold him till I count 3.
Easy. You lose.
Not yet. 1, 2.
And Fred and the Muscle were both transformed into twin beds at the county hospital.
You finally got me, Super Chicken.
Don't thank me. Thank Fred.
Don't thank me. I knew the job was dangerous when I took it.
Now to return the 7,000-pound diamond-studded dumbbell.
Careful, Super Chicken.
Rest easy, Fred. This is child's play for...
The mighty chicken had done it again. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's coming from the 32nd floor of the county hospital.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
On board this train, a hardened criminal is being taken to prison. He is Dr. Gizmo, the world's trickiest crook.
But tricks or no tricks, you won't get away this time, right?
Wrong.
Wrong?
Yes, because this is a recording.
It was then the police officer realized that he was handcuffed to a dummy made up to look exactly like Dr. Gizmo.
I've been sitting here talking to a dummy.
Me too.
Meanwhile, the real Dr. Gizmo had made his way to the back of the train. Activating his famous helicopter hat, he made a clean getaway. Once free, he quickly returned to a life of crime.
Stick 'em up.
Boy, are you a lousy robber.
Why?
You forgot the gun. You can't shoot me with your index finger.
Oh, no?
Yeep!
Lifting his victim's wallet with his scissor extension wallet grabber, Gizmo fired his jet roller skates and sped away.
Help! Help!
Fortunately, Henry Cabot Henhouse III and his friend Fred were nearby.
Uh-oh. Sounds like Dr. Gizmo is on the loose again.
This looks like a job for Super Chicken.
Ducking into an alley, Henry quickly changed into the funny suit while Fred mixed the super sauce.
Here, Mr. Henhouse, eat your super sauce.
Eat it?
It's a little thick. Too much cornstarch.
Oh, well.
The super sauce went to work. The super sauce went to work. Are you through?
I think so, yes.
The super sauce went to work and quickly transformed the starch-filled Henry into a muscle-filled Super Chicken.
To the super coop, Fred.
Roger Wilcox.
And the powerful pullet took to the air to capture Dr. Gizmo.
Super Chicken, eh? Well, I've got a gizmo that'll take care of that dumb cluck.
A short time later, as the Super Coop cruised over the city...
Aha! My supervision has spotted something, Fred.
You mean that sign that says Dr. Gizmo's hideout?
Yes, that's it.
Hey, I can see it. I must have supervision, too.
If you had any supervision, you wouldn't put so much cornstarch in the sauce. Hang on, Fred. We'll land on the roof and take him by surprise.
Boy, is he dumb to put a sign on his hideout.
Poor devil doesn't have a super brain like I do, Fred.
But as Super Chicken was just about to land... Caught by one of Dr. Gizmo's tricks, our heroes fell 300 feet to the street below.
What was that you were saying about your super brain?
No time to explain now, Fred. Give me a hand.
Nailing the coop back together, our heroes took off to give chase once again.
There he goes, into that vacant lot.
I'll power dive and cut him off.
Aha! Now to give that bird brain a taste of my instant brick building.
Hey, where did that brick building come from?
What brick building?
Funny, it used to be a brick building.
Ha! I stopped Super Chicken dead in his tracks.
Not quite. You're under arrest, Gizmo.
Super Chicken!
I'd like to see you get me with one of your tricks again.
Okay, look.
What?
Hey, he did it.
Pulling a unicycle from under his coat, Dr. Gizmo sped away.
Don't worry, Fred. I'll catch up to him with my super legs.
What about me?
I'll have to carry you.
Piggyback?
No, chickyback.
Oh.
And the mighty bird was off. The chase lasted for 3 days.
Curses! Won't that fool fowl ever give up?
But Super Chicken never gives up.
Let's give up Super Chicken.
Never.
Hey, you're right.
At last, Finding himself cornered and down to his final trick, Dr. Gizmo had no choice but to turn and face the mighty bird.
Come any closer, and I'll blow up Freddy boy.
Uh-oh.
He's bluffing, Fred.
What if he isn't?
You let me worry about that.
Well, as long as somebody worries.
The fearless chicken pointed his lightning bolt ray at Dr. Gizmo.
Drop that detonator or I'll let you have it.
I wanted you, Super Chicken.
So long, everybody.
They both fired at the same time. And, of course, Fred was blown up. But the lightning bolt also went true.
Oh, I am certainly a lucky lion.
How's that, Fred?
That's the first time you ever hit anything besides me.
An hour later, Dr. Gizmo was back on the train, heading for prison.
Yes, Fred. He could trick me, but he couldn't trick my super brain.
Oh, that's what you think, Super Chicken.
What do you mean?
I mean, this is the recording. Recording.
He tricked us. That's another dummy of Dr. Gizmo.
But he's not the only dummy in the world, Fred. This is also a recording. Recording. Recording.
A dummy super chicken?
Right, Fred. Us real guys are back in the baggage car, and he's still going to prison.
Oh, I wish I had a super brain. Even the standard model would be nice.
The mighty fowl had done it again. So when you hear that cry in the sky, you'll know it's...
Don't ask me. Super Chicken's still on the train.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
Our story begins in the desolate countryside just outside Pittsburgh, PA. This is sinister Happy Dell Castle, home of the distinguished mad scientist, Dr. Coodby.
At last, Egon. My life's work, ready for the finishing stroke. Pull the switch.
This is going to play heck with the light bill, Doc.
It's worth it, Igor. For look, on the table, my masterpiece. The world's first living toupee. A wig that actually grows. Look, it's just a butch. Now it's a ducktail surfer. Now it's a beetle cut. Now it's just ridiculous.
And the mad scientist found himself trapped in an ominous writhing mass of angry hair.
Down, down, boy! Igor, we've created a monster.
How come all of a sudden it's we?
Trick, get a hairnet, large size.
Too late. The living toupee leaped from a parapet into the inky night. Its first stop was at a barber shop where it smashed a window and consumed 14 gallons of hair tonic. Maddened by the tonic, the hairpiece went on a night-long spree of destruction. The citizens were terrified.
Look, there it is.
Yes, the fantastic wig had draped itself atop the tallest building in Pittsburgh. Fortunately, the penthouse of that building was the home of Henry Cabotan House III.
Known to a favored few as Super Chicken.
And his friend, Fred.
Known to a favored few as Poopsie.
It's stuffy in here, Fred. Open the window.
Okay.
As Fred opened the window, a lock of maddened hair entered and seized him.
Put me down, whatever you are.
Seizing a nearby blade, Henry snipped through the hair, releasing Fred.
But cluttering up the carpet, something fierce.
A wild hair on the loose. This looks like a job for...
the Pittsburgh Barber College.
No, Fred.
They got a great varsity squad this year.
Fred, please.
#1 in all the barber polls.
Fred!
Okay. It's a job for Super Chicken.
Get the super sauce.
Right. Here.
So soon?
It's the new instant sauce. You just add water. I should have told you. Boiling water.
The super sauce went to work, and in no time, Henry was changed from a pin-feathered chicken into a fine-feathered super chicken.
To the super coop, Fred.
Roger Wilcox.
And once more, the mighty bird took to the sky in his never-ending battle against injustice, evil, and high food prices.
There it is, Fred. An enormous living toupee.
It certainly makes that old building look years younger.
First, I'll give it a shot from my wristwatch disintegrator. This thing needs a good cleaning.
Why? It disintegrated.
Hang on, Fred. I'm going to change the super coop into its electric razor configuration.
With his egg craft changed to a razor, Super Chicken dived again and again at the hairy monster. But the hair grew faster than he could cut it. Next, he tried super hairspray. It only made the hair shiny and soft to the touch. But at last, weary of the game and badly hacked at the sideburns, the giant toupee slid off the building and disappeared into the streets of downtown Pittsburgh.
We'll have to track it down, Fred.
How?
Easy. We'll follow that trail of unsightly dandruff.
But it was harder than it appeared, for the giant toupee was a cunning thing. In Nebraska, it bleached itself blonde and disguised itself as a wheat field. In Oklahoma, it doused itself with greasy kid stuff and disguised itself as a huge pool of oil. Weeks later in Texas, at the Houston Barber Supply Warehouse, where it had glutted itself on the week's output of hair restorer.
It's bigger than ever, Super Chicken.
Fred, what makes hair fall out?
Gravity?
No, worry.
Oh.
We have to worry that giant toupee to death.
And the brilliant bird started a campaign of worry against the monster. He made midnight telephone calls.
I see what you're doing. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
He sent mysterious telegrams.
Telegram for the living toupee. Congratulations, it's twins. Signed, Cupie.
It's working. Look at that hair fall out.
Pour it on, Fred.
X-ray. Long hair causes tularemia, say doctors.
Congress passes 20% tax on all hair.
And then Super Chicken's master stroke.
Special delivery from the draft board. You have been classified 1A.
That did it. Within moments, the remaining hair had fallen, and all that remained was an enormous, powerless bald.
Yay! We're saved! But what are we Houston folks gonna do with a 10-story dome?
What else? Play ball!
Yes, with a monstrous dome converted to a popular sports arena, the mighty chicken had done it again. So when you hear that cry in the sky,
you'll know that Super Chicken is sitting way up in the bleachers.